Shots of brown, shots of brown, black, black. Show 'em on the track, show 'em on the track. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot. Shots of brown. You can take it straight or on the rock. Shots of brown. On this platform, it goes down. Shots of brown. They know it ain't no cap on shots of brown. Take a shot.
Yo, 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 welcome back to Shots of Brown, baby. Listen, if you're new here, you know what to do here. I need everybody who's supporting the channel to hit that subscribe button for me. We on the road to 10K, man. I'm looking at my analytics. I'm seeing 49, 50% of the people that's viewing the channel never hit that subscribe button. So if you're supporting Shots of Brown and you enjoying this content that I'm delivering over here, I need everybody to support and hit that subscribe button because it's free, baby. Don't cost you that 1 red cent. Shout out to the ones that did. I love you and appreciate you. We're on the road to 10K. We damn near there, right? Today, though, I'm taking straight headshots. All shots are leading to Raffles Van Exel today. Because I got questions and we need answers. We got questions and we need answers, man. You said some things that rung the alarm that I just don't understand. Why it was never talked about, investigated by LAPD. It was just swept under the rug. And we need answers, man. We need answers. We need answers. We know why it was swept under the rug because it was all a play. But I'm going to furthermore show you his involvement in the play. Y'all know I got my notes here. I wrote some notes because I want to be on point with this. Rest in peace, Auntie Whitney, the late, great Whitney Houston, the GOAT, the best who ever did it, the best female vocalist to ever live. Rest in peace to her. We love and miss you, Auntie. But listen up. For those who don't know who Raffles Van Exel is, right? Raffles is a music producer, consultant to some of the biggest names in the biz. So he say. That's what he say. But a lot of people say different, right? Appears to have had relationships with Michael Jackson, Prince's Camp, Ray J. I even seen a video where Ray J said whenever he was around the Jackson camp, it was because of this guy, Raffles. So he gets in cahoots with these people some type of way. You know what I'm saying? There is some reports that saying, people in the industry saying that he just, he's someone who inserts himself into celebrity circles. You know, that's what some industry insiders said. But nonetheless, Raffles grew up in the Netherlands, allegedly stalked and conned celebrities over there. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly supplies D-rugs and prescription medications to the stars. This was what he do, you know. George Benson, guitarist, singer, songwriter, alleges that this same guy, Raffles Van Exel, stole $25,000 from him while he was living in his residence for a short amount of time. So that's just to dig into Raffles Van Exel's character a little bit on who he is. You know what I'm saying? But Raffles said some things, man, in the interview that he did overseas. I just got some questions that rung the alarm. And I just wanted to know his involvement in the whole play. You know what I'm saying? Raffles admits to removing clothes and swept the suite on an interview he did with an influential Dutch newspaper. You know what I'm saying? He claimed that he went in there and took some clothes, swept the suite, cleaned up the suite. You know, he said somebody had to do it. You know what I'm saying? Out of his own words, he said somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it. Who gave Raffles, though? What I want to know is who gave Raffles, who appointed Raffles to that job to go in here and clean up the suite and do whatever he did in there. Know what I'm saying? And what's the timeline that Raffles went in here and did this? Raffles was never questioned by LAPD. He was never interviewed. It was never nothing. It was like everything that he said was swept under the rug. But he admitted to going into the room before LAPD got there and cleaned up the room. I don't know. It just, it's crazy to me. Who put him in position for him to go in Auntie Whitney's room and do this? Know what I'm saying? And what's the actual timeline that he was actually in the room cleaning the room? Know what I'm saying? Because what did you clean? Because when they came in the room, did you clean something or did you did you set the scene up? Because when they came in there, they still found, they said they found like a crystal-like, what they found in the bathroom, crystal-like substances on the countertops and spoons and all these things that they say in the report. Did you clean the room or did you set up the scene? But on top of that, who gave you the authority to go in Auntie Whitney and them's room, Auntie Whitney's room, and clean the room? Who gave you that authority? Who are you? Why wasn't Pat and them doing this? Although Pat and Gary and them was seen taking stuff out of the room by the time my Uncle Tommy and my cousins got there. Know what I'm saying? They was rushing and taking stuff out of Auntie Whitney's room, but they never seen this Raffles guy there. So Raffles had to be doing this before Pat and them, because by the time they seen it, by the time Uncle T and them got there and seen it, police and everybody was already there. Know what I'm saying? I believe they was already there. So this Raffles character was doing this beforehand. And who gave him the authority to go in her room? How did he have the key to get in her room and clean it? Who gave him that type of authority for him to be able to go in that room? And why? Know what I'm saying? What did you clean? What did you take out of there? Any other time, when somebody messes with a scene, that would be a charge. That would be something that the investigators or somebody would want to sit down and talk to you about. Like, what did you come in here and do before we came? Like, why was you so in a rush to come and clean something up before the authorities arrived to the location? Know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to, that's just crazy right there. That's just crazy. He didn't give a timeline on when he did it. Know what I'm saying? Because if you can remember, Mary Jones, which was Auntie Whitney's assistant, because she did an ass of a job being her assistant. She had no love for real for Auntie Whitney, man. None of these people did. I mean, all these people was in on this. But she claims that she last saw her alive at 2:45. And then she arrived back to the hotel at 3:30, between 3:30 and 3:40. So is this Raffles character in here? He had to be in there between those hours, between that time frame of the 2:45 and the 3:30. But give us a direct timeline, because that'll let us know when everything took place in her room, when these people came in her room, attacked her, and did all these things. Know what I'm saying? And who was the one that called you? Because if you're saying you've done this before the police got there, who called Raffles and told Raffles to go there and do that? See, this is crazy. for him to even say that, it was crazy, right? But then TMZ.com reported, citing an unnamed source, said the shadowy figure who furnished the illegal drug scrubbed away any traces before authorities arrived. So now I'm about to play like Dr. Umar and repeat this shit 3 times. Listen to this. TMZ reported, citing an unnamed source, said the shadowy figure who furnished the illegal drug scrubbed away any traces before authorities arrived. Hold on. Dr. Umar does it 3. I got one more. TMZ reported, citing an unnamed source, said the shadowy figure who furnished the illegal drug scrubbed away any traces before authorities arrived. TMZ reported that from an unnamed source that had to be someone in Auntie Whitney's camp who was there on scene. That had to be somebody from the camp who told TMZ that. And he has to be who they're talking about, because he is the same one who came out and said that he did it. Right? Follow me. Who was this unnamed source that gave TMZ this information? Was it Pat Houston? Was it Ray, her brother, the security guard? Who was the unnamed source from the camp who gave TMZ this information? And if somebody from the camp saying that, they already know that he was no good. So how is he then furthermore allowed to be invited to the funeral, have access to the funeral, have enough access to even take these pictures and do the things he did? But then Uncle B and his kids and the family was turned away. But somebody from the camp knew that this dude was around and had no good intentions for Auntie Whitney. You feel me? Because it states, they let it be known with TMZ here. And then he came and did an interview overseas talking about what he cleaned, that he cleaned this up and all this, that, and the third. So it just don't make sense. And then furthermore, he was able to go to the funeral and continue on with the snake moves he was on, take these pictures and sell them to the Inquirer. Why was no criminal charges filed? Why was there no investigation? Why was there no interview with LAPD? Why was there nothing? Everything that Raffles Van Exel said literally went under the rug. It was never even talked about ever. I don't even think he even sat down and gave a statement with LAPD ever. But I want to know, what time was Raffles in the room? Because that'll give us a clear understanding on when these things took place to Auntie Whitney. You know, then you see Raffles. Then you see Raffles playing like he was big time or someone who was so important. You see him running Nick Gordon out the back of the hotel for Nick Gordon to be taken to another location. And I'm going to speak on that. Why was Nick Gordon being taken to another location? He has no ties with y'all. He was only around all of you because of the love that Chrissy and Auntie Whitney had for him. So why was he taken away from Chrissy and Auntie Whitney at that location? That just still behooves me. Why wasn't he there to console Chrissy? Y'all claim to be the Three Musketeers. You love Chrissy so much at this time. At this point, there was no relationship. It was solely brother and sister, what they were screaming, right? So why was he not there to be there for Chrissy in her darkest moments of just losing Auntie Whitney. He was rushed out the back of the building to another car with Brandy Burnside, with this Raffles character taking him there for him to go somewhere else, right? And then Raffles to then, because if he still went and partied with Clive and them that night after Auntie Whitney, with Auntie Whitney's unalived. He still went and partied. So it wasn't like he put Auntie Whitney first. Okay, job done, let's go. Party must go on. Know what I'm saying? So, open your eyes on this. I'm going to speak a whole lot more on that day and events leading up. Pat, on everyone, from Pat to Raffles to Nick. This was Raffles right here. Raffles was right there on that fourth floor with Auntie Whitney. And someone called him for him to go in there and clean. I want to know who called him to go in there and clean, who gave him that authority. What time was that he went in there? It's a lot, man. What was you even doing around? Who brought you around? Was it Ray J who brought you around? Because as I'm looking, I'm seeing his relationship with Ray J runs kind of thick from years and years on back. You know what I'm saying? So was it the Ray J connection that brought you around? Auntie Whitney? I've also seen some pictures that Whitney Source sent me that he was in the background of some pictures when Uncle B and Auntie Whitney, when they was at different award shows, he was in the background. I don't never met Raffles. I don't know who Raffles is. You know what I'm saying? If I did see, I don't know. If I did see him, he was a nobody who wasn't even worth being talked about. But I never seen Raffles, but this just raises a lot of questions on why and what. I need y'all's opinion. I need y'all to drop y'all's opinion in these comments and let me know what y'all think as well. Because I'm gonna dig deeper and deeper into this. I'm gonna do a video on Mary Jones, the assistant. I'm gonna do one on Pat. I'm gonna do one on everyone who was around in these last days. Because I'm gonna crack this shit wide open and show you that this right here was planned. This wasn't an accident. Rest up, Auntie Whitney. Rest up, Bobby Chris. I love y'all. Miss you both. God willing, we get to the bottom of this and really get some answers and really get some true justice. I took all shots today at Raffles Van Exel. All shots is leading your way today. And we got questions. Hopefully you come with some answers.